Right, there we go. Let's got this started, so back into the game. Right, what are we doing today? Because our last episode, I showed off on a few things, and you know what? Surprisingly enough, 206 good views. I'm quite pleased at the fact that is working well on the channel, so how about another one? So what are we doing today? Well, I may have, attempted to build a transport aircraft that works. Keyword is attempted. So I was going for more like a kind of a jalopy, if that's a bit American for you, but this sort of run-down, used and abused style of aircraft. And it's very simple, very rugged. That was the intention. It is that. I just haven't got the aircraft part quite sorted out yet, which I will show you in a moment. So, naturally, after quite a bit of testing, this version definitely has high clearance on the ground. 5x5 wheels on relatively relatively well made sticks. This one's relatively centered, and this is kind of okay. Little bit of a scary ground clearance, but we should be more or less alright. We're not so widely spread to where I expect these getting taken out as easy as they should. Yeah, so 3 propellers per engine bay. Inline engines are here. There's 2 of them in each pod. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. Then I realised that wasn't enough. So then we added these. Let's get the good old welder out. Jet thrusters, 20-ton oxygen. It was to try and boost up the fact this thing felt slow, sluggish. It was struggling to climb. It's a pain in the ass to take off. I've literally rolled up and down ice fields, bumpy terrain. It just did not want to lift off at all. I've added more gyroscopes, made it a bit better, but this mod pack seems to not like this size of this aircraft. Is it the weight? Is it the fact I've got 2 tiny engines on this massive wingspan? Who knows? Because the actual fighter jet, which works quite well, is kind of funny because I just crammed about was it 6? Not 6. It's 8, 8, 10. I was gonna say 10 engines as a joke before. It's actually 10. It actually might be 9. It's 9 or 8 actually. It's very close. We can probably grab it in a second. We might as well while we're here. Let's get the right one. I suppose we can grab the gun model, since that one's effectively the same. But I did add the mod packs weapons of. While we're here, we show it off. We can the 30mm cannon and the 20mm inbuilt machine guns as a test. But yeah, so I've got. It's 8. Yes, it is 8 jet engines on this, and that makes it fly like a jet plane, as intended. So. This having, what is it now, 12? 16 points of thrust should fly easily, so we'll copy this so that I can do a cargo run in the next launch, but we'll launch this first and I'll show off. So, quite simply, this used to be lower, but I realised I needed clearance for the actual bay, which was a sort of a comical thing to realise because of how weird I've done this run, which kind of works. I say kind of. Well, the only ground vehicle I have in my blueprints. So you have cargo container and we have a bunch of gyroscopes. There's about 2 cargo. Hit a whistle in. 2 cargo containers, I believe. Might be 3. Gems in here. It's a bit of rear cargo, not connected to the system at all. Oh yeah, I will point out these pipes are absolutely horrendous. I have just piped it up as loose as I can. Like I said, the idea was this was meant to be run down, cheap. Jalopy was the word I thought about. Basically, you can potentially take off with this and dump it somewhere, and you're not particularly bothered because it's got hydrogen engines in here, reactor in here, more gyroscopes, smaller inline cargo here, ladder so you can fly, you can walk around this just about when it's flying. It is a bit slow. We have currently 8 seats, passenger seats here, pilot and co-pilot seats, and yeah, so more or less. And I just created a script for this because of how loud these engines are. And we'll do that. I just feel like these engines are very much low power for what it is. Because the propellers only went to like 60, I think it was 60 to 80 newtons roughly, kilonewtons of power. These jet engines added 100, which is nice. As you can see, getting some angling off. So previously, it wouldn't want to do that. I was wrestling this stand plane to do that. Flat surface, nice fields, didn't like it either. Now, more or less, runwaying it kind of helps. But here we go. It flies. That's like, alright. So potentially, it may be a runway only aircraft, which is a bit sad. And I haven't actually sized up to the aircraft carrier yet, but if it could, it could theoretically land on it. I don't know. As push comes to shove here, we are quite literally always trying to not fall in the sky with this thing. So we're just about flying. So we'll go back on this. Open the air flaps. Angle it a touch. And it's honestly not too bad currently. We are seeing it behave more or less at its peak. The bump bouncer a bit too hard. But as shown, let's do that. Now can we take off from this position here? Not from 0. But as shown, we can gently, and I mean just barely gently, get the lift that we want. And we keep pushing it. Tilt, 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 tilt. Slowly and gently. Can't you see a thing when I'm flying in now? Oh. Too far, too far, too far, too far, too far. And there you go. Epic Mountains. The problem is now is it can't actually climb as you would like it to. And landing gears fell off. I'm pressing all the wrong keys. Sorry about that, just sneeze then, and in our economy weather, remove weather. So yeah, like I said, it just about does the airplane thing. Just about. Which is alright when you've got pre-thought out runways, perfect sightlines, but it really isn't doing the whole I can do anything beat up plane that I was intending for. And I'm not quite sure how to fix it with the mod pack. It's, like I said, it's kind of eh. So we'll do the usual trick of do this, and then we'll grab ourselves what's been using as my test bed. And since this is quite narrow, this is going to be our heaviest cargo load test. I have chucked 2 in before. Problem is the width, as usual, is a slight and the fact that this is apparently made out of paper. Is it because it's not locked? Should I lock it? Should I lock? You're 100%. There's that. Let's go lock this ramp and see if that was a ramp issue than a vehicle issue. I haven't actually seen it do it that bad. I've more or less. We lock the ramp. Let's see if that was just the ramp being the ramp. Check handbrakes on, handbrakes on. Right. It should now feel like a solid object. Did I just drive into it a bit too fast, do you think? That is a possibility. So this is a bit of a being a bit stupid there. Isn't that heavy armor as well? Because this is definitely the up armored packaged version of this vehicle, so we'll park it in the general centre here. Yeah. Because sometimes it normally just gently skates up it, which is what I want it to do. So, depending on vehicle, of course, it can kind of load a vehicle in. Like so. So, usually, landing gear, I can either leave the handbrake on, which generally lets it bounce a bit, or I can, sometimes, if I'm very lucky, do something like this. And voila! It is now firmly locked in, so now there's no real worries about that. We can fit a few things in, and when it's like this, you can actually walk past it, which is ideal. The only thing is, the weight is now to the right side a touch. To make it a little bit like that can be potentially damaging to the flight characteristics, but, you know, we're hoping that is not the case, so. Like I said, this runway is slightly angled, and it's slightly like that, so we're hoping if we can dodge that cliff side, we can fly up. So we need to lock this, close this, and release this. So I can either let it gently roll, or I can use the wheel power to assist in the speed. I'll get it boosted up a bit. This is me now letting go of the W key, and we're no longer pushing it forward. This is it naturally rolling on itself. $80, $90, and as I said, it wouldn't actually lift off without that drop. So now it's got the drop. We're flying. So this is the issue I'm having into, is can I actually get it to behave without the dropping, the flying like that. Let's quickly put a GPS down here so I can return to this runway for some testing later. So it's sort of between 10 and 15 minutes, I'm glitch. But as you can see, I can't really climb. But depending on the planet, the situation, I've got an aircraft that doesn't do the aircraft bit very well. And the only thing I can do is probably keep wrestling for speed and power. For height. But the problem is, I've already lost my speed. And I can't climb. And I've hit ground. And I'm no longer an aircraft. So, yeah. So, as one can see, let's see if we don't leave behind a certain vehicle when we do this. Oh, got it. That's an interesting test. So this is a test I did like to do because the other jet plane actually had enough thrust to more or less defy gravity. So the problem is, can we actually fly with this? Or is this going to be an issue where I need a speed limit mod to make this fly, which I don't really want to do because that normally creates some issues of its own. Because as you can see, we're still falling. Still falling. I mean, as a semi-glider vehicle, until you dropped it from orbit, potentially is its current use of a assault landing vehicle, perhaps. As we can see, we are still falling. Still falling. We are simply just losing altitude and such. Because anytime we pull up or to this, what's practically just 5 degrees up, 10 degrees, 15, we start losing. So effectively, what this is telling us is this is very underpowered. So if we look, like I said, currently its use is pretty much dropping it from orbit to more or less half glide its way and half fly its way to its landing position and to be dumped, which was kind of half what I wanted it to be used for, is more or less it could be dumped wherever you need it, but it kind of meant to work at the same time as well, so it's kind of this weird balance of keep saying kind of it's kind of this weird balance of assault vehicle and cracked out transport plane. And we're gonna So there we go. We've did a weird bounce there. They don't have the I don't think we have the actual hydrogen engines turned on. Whoops. What's up with that? There we go. Come on, play ball. So like I said, so technically, then you get this weird thing with the vehicle. I mean, I know that this row really is clapped out, but it should be loose and free, which is a space engineer's thing, which is a bit annoying. Why are you phased? Its command features, which this used to not be a problem. This used to be quite easy, like I said it is. Recently there's been some weird things, but air shocks. So let's try and wiggle our way off this craft. And like I said, this shouldn't be an issue, but it currently is, which is also annoying because this used to not be an issue, like I said. Don't know if it's these newer wheels or the old wheels might work. I need to test that with with the old wheels and see if it's just these off-road wheels. Someone's messed around with them in the creation, which is different from the. Oh, this is the issue. So anyway, let's say this could actually drive off its own. Let's see if it wouldn't get out anyway because it's bloody blocked off. Like I said, back on ground. I've messed with the tank turning style of the wheels, but back on hard ground. Starts behaving itself. On here, grid. Does a bit weird. So yeah. This entire video of me just showing off that the fact I made this and I'm going to fix this on video. I've really wasted the time here. Big style, but let's get back to this. And let's actually get something a bit productive done instead of me just showing you off and me whining about the fact this is being annoying. Space engineers, right. Mark 2. Right. We're going to have the Mark 2, Mark 1. Right. First step of all, we're ripping out the old engine systems and replacing them with default thrusters, because, you know, at this point, I want power and speed. I'm not wanting to... I mean, with the jet plane, I got away with it for all. Having the engines placed dramatically at the back, obscenely, and it kind of worked out. Had the plane looked kind of funny and funny and wacky, but it didn't look too out of place. Here, on the other hand, is not where we want them. Just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. fuck off. Right, they're off. This grey keeps changing every time I load in. Ignore that. I want this. Fill in that. No hole on this side. Slight hole on this side. We're gonna go grab the lovely size, the sci-fi thrusters. I think we're gonna go B-52 them. Actually, let's turn this on. Can we grab the pylons? They're not the right pylons. Forget Zeke. Pylons, is it? No? Looks like it. And we're gonna do the same. Yeah. So there we go. We more or less should have fixed that. Let's double check. Are these welded up or are these damaged? Okay, they're fixed. We want this more or less ripped out. Right, that's good. I'm getting to the near right. Because I don't want piping in the walls where I don't need them. Which was here. Just that, and there's nothing left. Because piping is very stupid and simple. Right, there we go. That is fixed. Is it? Let me go shoot those engines, for God's sake, they wind me up. Oh god, they're ungodly large. Right, there we go, that's fixed. So, we are saying this, with default thrusters, should be better than the other. Transport prototype Mark 2-1, right. Let's try loading up the slim version instead of the big one. These APCs are very cheap and nasty and a bit stupid, but they're kind of funny. And this run should have better clearance like this. There you go, that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to jump up, slight little nudge, and up it goes. So there we go. And this time we won't lock it down, because locking down last time did the funny glitch. Oh, that was close. Am I? Yes. Trying to squeeze another one on. Because I haven't quite beaten my old Falcon. This one's pretty close. I think we shall do a cheesy little sneak. Sorry, you didn't pay for extra package. Little that. And we shall do this. I want thrusters. That's a shite ton of thrusters. Thrust. Off a terminal. G to groups. D to dant. D. No, I want increase. Decrease. On and off. Right. We are testing this with a bunch of cargo and a bunch of stupid ideas, right? We are already pushing power, so this may be an issue with these. We're drawing too much power, but we shall see if that is just irrelevant. So it's saying it's maxing out power. But that wasn't important, is it? Oh god, we've still got these kind of wheels. Both mouse and keyboard for gyroscope control. I am absolutely cranking it up at 8, still not taking off, and voila. So we have fixed issue A of power of thrust to lift up, because currently we are climbing and we are still maintaining speed. So that means it actually flies. Which is hallelujah. That is what we wanted. The actual lift-off sequence, it's still not quite working. But I think I can live with that. Kind of. Is it a touch annoying? Anyway, let's show off some of this ability to do it mid-air flying and such. What have you idiots done over here? I just realised. So yeah, full thrust not required in air flight. Probably cut even more down than this, but we won't. And we shall do. Oh no. I'm pressing wrong buttons. We should do the funnies and kick plane, not kick stuff out the back of the plane while flying. Bye! Not gonna get a mountain, are we? Oh, no. We're not, I was just checking and I fell out of the plane. So we are drifting a bit. This is why you have more crew for one plane. So potentially this has got quite a lot better chance than my previous attempts on my own computer for a air support role of dropping off stuff. Is it actually friction? Is that? I was going to say, when I decrease the friction, it behaves itself. So is the friction multiplying in a way unexpectedly? There's another one gone. Let's release handbrake, wheels, remove friction at all. Let's see if this one, we can shoot this one out, like it's make sure we're not crashing again. for God's sake. Just showing you what shenanigans of... Ooh, okay, now it finally went. And now... This is why you do relatively level flying airdrops, because that is now like a turd stuck out of an arse. Wiggle. Not quite what we wanted. And it's done some damage. Oh, there we go, it went. Yeah? Oh. So, if not gone right, if it goes flying, yes, we have got important crowd to knock out the back here. We can potentially shoot that up. So we've just dropped stuff out the back, which is cool, I guess. We can count that as being productive. Which is neat. So I've got a funny idea now to end this off this video, which has gone on for far too long. Is this. Can we escape the plane while it's falling out the sky? I probably should have stayed in the bridge, to be fair. I don't think that's going to be a low place you can survive this impact. Oh boy. Jump! Yeah. That protects me. See how it survived a plane crash. And it's fine. Alright, this thing can fly again. What the hell? I mean, was it the ramp? Oh, the ramp's dead. Because the power's dead. Okay, let's just test out a theory. And it just survived. I mean, these trees are fixing Nessie. That's cool. I just dropped it to the ground, it's fine. Odd. So let's say we were coming down. Let's go rip off these engines, I think. Out the engines landing gear. So let's say whoopsie doodle. There we go. Forgot to realise how really bad they were for the security. Let's say you had to crash land this plane, no landing gear, and let's say you couldn't slow down. So we're gonna go, let's see. this mountain, I think, is the idea. And we've hit the ground pretty hard. And it's done SE things and not quite realised it was meant to break. Okay, time to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I don't know what I've made you watch. I don't know what I've made myself do, but it's interesting. I think this one might have a couple technical issues. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and that was the plane I made. That seems to be fairly indestructible, according to the fact it's still here. Alright, have a good day, everyone. That's all I've got to say, which is left. It's been 40 odd minutes, fucking hell.